What are the pluses and minuses of living in an HOA community? Should I move into a community that has an HOA? Should I avoid that altogether like the plague? This is Clifford Locks with Erie Real Estate. Welcome back to my channel. If there's something that you like, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this channel, subscribe. Something that you may want to talk about, put it in the comments. Maybe it's interesting to you or others who are thinking about buying real estate in the future. So today on this channel, just for a few minutes, we're going to talk about an HOA. What does it stand for? Who's involved in the HOA? What are the pros, the cons of living in a community with an HOA? So let's talk about it. So if you're shopping for a home or moving into a new neighborhood, you might come across the term HOA. But what exactly is an HOA? And how does it impact homeowners? In this report, we'll break down what an HOA is, how it works, and what you need to know before buying a home in an HOA community. So what is an HOA? HOA stands for Homeowners Association, HOA. It's a private organization in a residential community, like a subdivision, maybe a condo building, or even a townhouse complex. And this HOA manages and enforces rules for properties and residents. When you buy a home in a community with an HOA, you automatically become a member and agree to follow its rules, often called covenants, conditions, and restrictions, CC and Rs. So again, I just want to emphasize that when you buy a home, whether it be a condo, townhome, or a single family home in an HOA, you automatically become a member. So what is the purpose of an HOA? Well, the main goal of an HOA is to maintain property values and community standards. This can include the following, but not exclusively: upkeeping shared spaces like parks, swimming pools, or clubhouses, landscaping and snow removal in common areas, ensuring homes meet appearance guidelines such as paint colors, fencing, or lawn maintenance. Yes, they are going to be restrictive on paint colors. They also organize community events and even neighborhood watch. So how does an HOA work? HOAs are typically run by a board of directors made up of residents who are elected by other homeowners. That's called the board. That's how usually people call it. Has a president, has a treasury, and others. Now, this board enforces rules, they set budgets, they collect fees, and make decisions about community needs. Some HOAs also hire professional management companies to help with operations. Now, I just want to clear this up. An HOA is the board made up of members from that community. A management company is an outside company. They're a third party. They're often called property managing or property management. So they are two different entities. We just want to make sure that that's clear. You have the board on the HOA, and then you have a property management company. Let's talk about one of the things that HOA does include, that is fees, everybody's favorite subject. So residents in an HOA community must pay monthly or annual dues, non-negotiable. These fees vary widely depending on the services provided. Some cover basic maintenance, while others may include insurance, security, or even utilities. Failure to pay HOA dues can result in fines or, in extreme cases, liens against your property. So for the next few minutes, let's just talk about the pros and cons of HOAs. First, the cons. It limits personal freedom because they have strict rules and guidelines, and they can impose fines or legal action for non-compliance for the HOA dues. Monthly fees can be costly and may increase over time. Board decisions may not always align with individual homeowner preferences. So before buying a home in an HOA community, please think about these cons. What are the pros? What are the pluses? HOA maintains a clean and uniform look throughout the neighborhood. They protect property values by enforcing community standards. It also provides access to shared amenities, offers organized leadership for community issues. So it is an organized way to keep a community in high standards. Now let's just break this down for just a few minutes. Think about an HOA. Let's say you're looking at a house and the HOA is $200. You think $200? No way I'm going to pay $200 a month. What in the world are they doing? Okay, let's just think about this for a minute. Maybe the HOA is offering insurance. So let's say you're looking at a townhome. They're going to cover from outside in other words, from the wall all the way to the drywall. So you need an HO6 insurance. That means that you're responsible for drywall in. Well, really, that's not much more than renter's insurance. So you're looking anywhere between $20, maybe $35 a month for your insurance. Whereas if you were going to insure your entire building or your entire home, that's over $100. So right there, you're already saving maybe between $80 and $100. So that $200 HOA now just drop down to $100. What if they have a gym? Let's say you pay a $50 gym membership every month, $50, right? Goes out. I know Planet Fitness is only $15, but let's say you want to upgrade. $50 every month for a gym membership. Well, your community now offers a gym. Now what did your HOA just go down to? Now you're looking at not $200, but $50. So find out what the HOA offers. That's first and foremost. Be educated. You're going to get a huge packet once you go into contract. Remember that term CC&Rs, those covenants and restrictions? Read them, because if not, you're going to be confused and it can be frustrating down the line when you want to do something. So make sure you're reading those covenants and restrictions. Find out what the HOA offers. Sometimes they even offer paying for the water and the trash. That is really good. Now your HOA, yeah, it's a due, but you're not paying for water and trash. The HOA is paying for that. So really that $200 or $300 really can come down if the HOA offers a lot. So again, if you're looking at buying a property, find out what the HOA offers. Ask your real estate agent. Make sure you get those CC&Rs and read through them. It can be not easy reading, but you're going to find out what you can do, what you can't do in that HOA community. So just in conclusion, let's just kind of wrap this up, right? Pros and cons, we already looked at those. Is it worth buying a home in an HOA? An HOA can provide structure, can provide cleanliness and stability in a community, but it also comes with responsibilities and limitations. So before moving into an HOA managed property, it's important to carefully read the rules and understand the fees and expectations. Knowing what to expect can help you determine whether an HOA fits your lifestyle and home ownership goals. Personal decision, be educated, find out what the HOA offers, and make a good decision on buying your next home. Again, if you have any other questions, you want to discuss something, put it in the comments. If you would like to know more on a personal level, here's my QR code. Set up an appointment. It's free real estate consultation. I work with a girl in the same office. She's also a financial advisor. We can get her on the phone, see where you're at financially to see if you're ready to buy a home. Other than that, everybody have a great week. Thanks.